So I saw a post on LinkedIn today from an owner and operator who was talking about how they had kept numerous staff for many, many months now and had lost just short of $1 million this year for their business because they had kept that staff that they knew that they realistically couldn't afford given the changes that have been made in wound care. And I want to speak to that point because I can relate to it. And so for operators right now who are owning wound care businesses, specifically, wound care clinics, one of the things you're having to face, if you haven't already faced it, is like, man, how do I keep my staff? Should I keep my staff? The money's not making sense. The numbers aren't making sense, but I have good people. Should I wait and ride this out until the changes happen? So I'm going to share from you my experience on this. So there were many mistakes that I made in terms of hiring people. So as a general rule, there were many people that I should have let go many, many, many months, if not years ago, that I kept on my staff. So I can't relate to some people who are like, man, I've just got so many good people. I had some good people, but I had also not good people that I should have let go. And so I say that to say, when it comes to good people, that's when things get difficult. Because you're thinking to yourself, like, this person is an asset to my team. I don't want to let them go because my business is struggling right now because things may turn around. And let me tell you that I can relate to the gentleman who made the post about losing an ungodly amount of money because he had the mindset of we're all in this together. And while I'm by no means diminishing him or myself, because I make the exact same mistake, business is not a High School Musical movie, right? Like we're all in this together. We're not. And I don't mean to say that you're not a team or that you're not a family of sorts, but the business reality, the operational reality is that if your business is losing money, you have to make a change to your overhead. Like, that's a simple and clear lesson that it took me a long time to understand because I was not mature enough as a leader to really grasp the fact that my business just was not making enough money to support my staff. Like, the clinic we were managing wasn't making enough money. That's how we made our money. And I couldn't support my staff who were helping deliver services for the clinic. Like, I couldn't. And so the reality is I needed to let them go. And I let go of everyone I let go of far later than I should have let them go, and ended up incurring a far greater loss than I should have incurred. And again, it is what it is. Many people I had to let go were great, phenomenal people. Like, they were great staff. I'm very appreciative of them and everything they did for our company. And I wish I didn't have to let them go. But I did, and I had to, and it should have been done sooner. Why? Because the reality is they needed to have an opportunity to move on to a better opportunity. And so if you've got good people on your team and you're thinking about letting them go and you're wondering like, man, this feels wrong, this feels unethical, it's gonna suck and it's gonna feel bad, but they're gonna appreciate a frank conversation because they know that your business isn't doing as well as you would like it to be doing. And rather than hope that Medicare changes the reimbursement rates sometime that you don't know when that will happen or if that will happen, I have found a better conversation is a frank one to say, listen, I don't know if this is going to change right now. This unfortunately does not make sense. And so we need to plan a transition. And if I can just give a word of like encouragement here, like, you're not a bad guy if you have to have this conversation. And in addition to that, what I have found helpful that I did not do well in the past, but I want to strive to always do better in the future, is if you can give people notice, especially like good people that are loyal people, like people appreciate notice. That's the best way you can communicate as a leader that you respect and value them, is to say, hey, this is the last month, or can I give you I'm going to give you 6 weeks or whatever it is. Like, make a decision sooner and give people runway, rather than waiting to the last minute and having to give them a week or two. That's what rubs people the wrong way and results in a bad ending. And unfortunately, I had to have that with some people. The better thing to do is to look months in advance and say, listen, if we're losing 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, like, I can't do this for 6 months. I can do this for a month, maybe 2 months. But in the second month, I've got to have a conversation with my staff and let them know that this is going to be it. And so that's just some operational experience communicating to any providers who are having to make that decision. I'm not the expert, and I did not do it great. But I want to share a lesson that I learned last year after losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, because I couldn't stomach the idea of letting go of staff that I really liked and that I really appreciated, and I wanted to show them that by keeping them employed. But the reality is I was not the only employer in the world, and I was not the best employer in the world. And so sometimes if you really value and respect someone and want what's best for them, you have to be willing to admit that that's not you. And so this is a little bit more emotional than I meant for it to be, but I just say that because the operators right now in wound care are struggling with that. And that's a very real thing. And I hope that this content can be helpful to you, and that in my opinion is the decision you've got to face. And so, yeah, thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next video.